Triumph Speedmaster 1200, 2018 on, review lighter engine internals. Triumph's original Bonneville Speedmaster was a two-seat version of the hugely successful bobber and arguably more desirable and practical, plus you have the option of sharing the ride with a small pillion. It's laid back, smooth and has class-leading handling. It's powered by a water-cooled parallel twin and tucked away is tech such as ABS, traction control, cruise control and even 2 power modes. Running feet-forward footpegs, swept-back beach bars and the same 16 inches wheels and twin front discs as the bobber black of the day, it's aimed at those looking for a chilled retro with the ability to take a pillion, something the bobber has no provision for. There's a small pad attached above the mudguard and a neat chrome grab rail, but the rider's seat doesn't exactly have gold wing levels of luxury, as MCN tester Jon Urry was to discover when he rode it around the MCN 250 test route. Ride quality and brakes. The suspension on the original 2018 Speedmaster is similar to the bobbers and gets that classic hardtail look but is reworked to compensate for the extra weight of a subframe and potential pillion and luggage. The steering is fluid, and it rolls into corners with relative ease for a laid-back cruiser. Foot pegs eventually scrape the road when you push hard, but ground clearance isn't bad for this type of bike. Twin Brembo calipers offer decent braking considering they're stopping 245.5 kilograms dry of Bonnie and are backed up by an unobtrusive ABS system. Engine. The original Speedmaster shares the same high-torque engine as bobber. The parallel twin will pull strongly from as low as 1800 RPM, allowing you to simply short shift at 2000 RPM and surf the torque in the classic cruiser style. If you need a quick escape, this Triumph fires away from the lights too, laying down enough power to activate the traction control. At 70 miles per hour the motor is hardly working, hovering around 3000 RPM, which results in impressive fuel economy. Triumph claims 54.7 miles per gallon, but we've averaged 64 miles per gallon with spirited riding on the original. Reliability and build quality. No major issues have been reported on the previous, pre-2018 Bonneville/bobber range, so the mechanically similar Speedmaster should prove just as reliable. The attention to detail is class-leading and the level of finish superb. Our 2018 on Triumph Speedmaster 1200 owners reviews show very happy customers, however some list the brakes as being in need of an upgrade, but on a cruiser-style machine like this it's always the rear brake that does the most work, so don't get too hung up on any lack of stopping power up front. Value versus rivals. The Speedmaster sits at the more expensive end of the Bonneville range, along with the identically priced bobber it's based on. It's also on par with an Indian Scout, but a couple of grand cheaper than an entry-level Harley-Davidson. Equipment. The 2018 Speedmaster has the same engine and brakes as that year's Bonneville bobber black with twin Brembo calipers and 310mm discs up front and a Nissan caliper at the rear. Like the bobber, the Speedmaster's beauty is in the detail, be it the seat piping or stylish and functional single clock, the battery box with heritage styling or carb-style twin throttle bodies, the finned exhaust clamps or hand-finished fuel tank. Every time you gaze at it something new catches the eye. For 2021 Triumph have been careful not to mess with the Speedmaster's classic looks too much, so changes have been kept to a minimum. It gets full LED lighting and the analog clock has a new bezel incorporating an engraved Bonneville logo. As before there's a digital readout for the trips, fuel gauge, gear position and riding modes, operated via the left switchgear. Build quality is top-notch, from the deep chrome and flawlessly finished 12-liter fuel tank, which will get you 137 miles between fill-ups, based on our 52 miles per gallon average. Specs. Engine size 1,200 cubic centimeters. Engine type liquid-cooled, 8V, parallel twin. Frame type tubular steel cradle. Fuel capacity 12 liters. Seat height 705 millimeters. Bike weight 263 kilograms. Front suspension show a 47 millimeters telescopic forks, non-adjustable. Rear suspension single KYB rear shock, preload adjustable. Front brake 2x310mm discs with Brembo 2-piston radial caliper. Rear brake 255mm single disc with single piston Nissan caliper. Front tire size 130/90x16. Rear tire size 150/80x16. MPG, costs and insurance. Average fuel consumption 52 miles per gallon. Annual road tax £101. Annual service cost £400. New price £11,850. Used price £9,400 to £11,800. Insurance group. How much to insure? Warranty term 2 years. Top speed and performance. Max power 77 brake horsepower. Max torque 78 ft-lb. Top speed 115 miles per hour. A quarter mile acceleration. Tank range 137 miles.